Boxing Club, undefeated 3-0 heavyweight fighter, Michael Hunter. Mike, congratulations on the win last week.
Appreciate it.
3-0, 3 knockouts.
Yeah.
We started to talk the other day, and I wanted to get this on tape, so I know you got a good story about the fight. It was kind of interesting the way you went into this fight. Most guys hanging out in the back, waiting for the name to be called.
I mean,
tell us about your fight here.
It wasn't. I mean, it was a good show because, well, one, because of the people. You know what I'm saying? It was great. They had a great crowd, and it was not a giant arena, and it gave for a good crowd. So, and then it was in where was it, Shelton? So it was right around the Seattle Seahawks time. So I had a Seattle Seahawks. Actually, my uncle. I got to give props to my uncle. He actually thought about it, and a lady had a Seattle Seahawks jersey on, so he grabbed it for me, and that's when I came out with the Seattle Seahawks. But I was waiting. I was swing bout. And I was actually in the crowd a little bit, kind of talking. They seen I was fighting soon, and it's like I kept telling them, "Oh, I'm coming up in the next fight." But since I was swing bout, I was the last fight. But as soon as I came out with the Seattle Seahawks jersey, I think the guy was from around that area too, and they were like, I was like, "Seattle, the Seahawks, Seattle, Seahawks." So I basically started it off. You know what I'm saying? I ran once I got up there, it was like I had a billion fans. So, and then I got the knockout in the first round. I think I gave him I dropped him first. Then my boy Zach Cooper was at the fight too. He's from Seattle, so he came down and came support. Shout out to Zach. And he told me to he was like, do the Ali, do the Ali. So I was over there in the corner doing the Ali shuffle. Then I went over there and just got him up out of there. It was a good time, though.
So you weren't even actually back in the locker room. They called you. You came down for your fight.
Yeah, I was like in the crowd. I was kind of talking to some people. They're like, are you fighting? Which person are you on the card? So I was it was like, I was kind of like already in the scene. You know what I'm saying? They were just waiting for me to come out. So it was kind of cool.
We always hear about boxers needing to have a sweat going and that kind of thing, and you weren't even back there. So you come out bone dry, or what was that like? I mean,
no, I was warming up. I had warmed up like 5 times. When you're swing bout, you never know when you're gonna come, so you kind of have to stay warmed up. So I kind of had to warm up, but I was in and out. That's why I was like, oh, you fighting now? Maybe you're not fighting. Okay, I was fighting. I'm not fighting. So, but it ended up being a good show. They almost put me on ESPN, but I was the last one out. So it was a good show though.
How tough is it to give your best performance when you don't exactly know when you're going to be fighting?
Man, it's difficult because the hard part is just to staying consistently ready, after this, and then you don't know when something's coming up. It kind of, it'll kill your momentum if you don't have, things to be excited and be working on. So it's difficult, but once you get the date, you just get that feeling again. So. Right.
Tell us about Shelton in the Seattle area. It's not really known as a hotbed of boxing, but I know a lot of guys from the Mayweather Box Club have been up there the last couple months. So what's it like up there? How they do boxing?
It was cool. I wasn't expecting for that because when we first got up there, it was like it's a nice resort too, and it's for Indian reservation. I'm guessing there's a lot of Indian people there, and it wasn't nobody really there at first. The parking lot was empty, but Friday came. And everybody showed up, and it's like they come there very often. You could tell, and it made for a good crowd too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was, they had alcohol, and they came there to have a good time. So it just made for a good time.
Well, tell us about your career so far. 3 fights, 3 knockouts.
Yeah.
Have you felt you progressed the way you wanted to for those 2 fights?
Yeah. I mean, I'm still with these little fights and still being tested and stuff like that. And I'm supposed to be having these great performances, so it's been I've been acing them so far, so it's been all good, so I can't complain.
Well, we know you're 3 fights in, you're kind of in the process of building a resume, but with your Olympic credentials and having worked with the Klitschko's and that kind of thing, where do you think right now Michael Hunter is a heavyweight? How do you stack up with the other guys out there?
Man, I really think my dad used to say it I'm the best kept secret for real. It's only a matter of time until, right now the title is just being passed around and held on for me, so real talk.
All right, well, how quickly do we expect you this year? I mean, I know I talked to you before, you said you want to have a lot of fights this year.
I'm hoping late February that I get my next fight. I'm hoping late February. and then I'm hoping early March that I get my next one. So we're trying to stay busy as much as we can, you know, just so we can be seen, be active, be out there, and people can see what I'm showcasing.
All right, so if all goes well, when do we see Mike Hunter fight for his first title?
Ooh, I've been thinking about that. I'm gonna say the end of this year, the beginning of next.
All right, well, we look forward to it. You said end of this month or February? Yeah. See you again in fighting. We don't know where yet or against who yet?
We don't know yet.
All right, Mike, best of luck to you. Appreciate it.